Wow. Hello, engineering fam, and welcome to another episode of Elevated. I'm your host, the Elevated Engineer. So, let's go ahead and get right into it. I've been out for a couple of weeks. Been busy, man. School and everything. You know how we do. Hold on. You know what the usual. I have to do a sound check. Da da da. But today, man, we getting into it today. We getting into it today because it's time that we go ahead and address a couple of issues that I have not only been privy to myself, but have seen change somewhat in the social media years. So let's go ahead and get right into it just as soon as I do my little mini sound check. Yep, we're all set. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. But first, before we even get started, we're going to start off with a little clip from Roland Martin. Oh, my flag or my page is probably going to get copyright claim, but I don't really give a shit because I ain't making no money off of this anyway. So let's go ahead and cut to that really quick. Okay. Make sure y'all can still hear me. And let's go.
It's a lot of black folks I've heard who are like, yo, we shouldn't have these folks in the country. Okay. Are you against Mexican immigrants? Or are you against Haitian immigrants? See, this has been a contentious issue that doesn't get a lot of conversation, a lot of discussion about what happens in the black community. I know a lot of black folks who love sitting here, and I've seen their tweets, and I've seen their posts in our chat rooms on YouTube and Facebook. Got a lot of critical things to say about immigration, but are they saying anything about, and we've been talking about, these black immigrants. See, when the people who were yelling about no immigrants, I kept saying there are black immigrants from Bermuda, from Haiti, from Jamaica, from Africa, and so but all of a sudden I got some of these same black folks, and I see it in their Twitter bios. Yeah, B1, FBA, ADOS. Y'all was sitting here, dog, and all rolling. You ain't really ADOS because your paternal ancestors migrated from Haiti. Oh, but now y'all care. See, now y'all see what we were talking about. That immigration is not just a Mexican Latino thing. It impacts black people too.
Oh, Roland. You're such a silly little fat man. Yeah, man. So, today's segment, if I didn't mention it earlier, is called If You Don't Care, Then I Don't Care. If you don't care, then I don't care. And what do I mean? Roland Martin has some interesting things to say. And shout out to the B1, ADOS, FBA fam. You know, we all the same people. To be honest, we are all the same people. But what Roland is saying is that immigration is an issue for black people as well. And yes, it's an issue for black immigrants to America, which I am not. But it's interesting though. It's interesting, and this is why this episode today is called "If You Don't Care, Then I Don't Care," because it's interesting that you have people speaking out like Roland. Barely. He really only started speaking out after Jason Black and PBT went in on the whole situation. But it's interesting because Black Americans seem, up until probably the last few years, we've always spoke out. We've always spoke out for causes for Black folks around the world, and it seemed like that whole Pan Africanism thing was a one way street, straight through over Black Americans. And you have a bunch of, let's keep it real, Black immigrants who don't reciprocate. And what do I mean? Because a lot of times they'll say, "Oh, you Black Americans, you think you're better than everybody else," but then at the same time they say, "Oh, we're lazy, or we're dumb," and they'll make it seem like they're like the ideal Black person, and we just some niggas. And it's been like that for decades. But only in the last few years, thanks really in part to the Black media, do you start seeing like, look, man, we're not gonna keep going in for people who don't rock with us. Because every time we bring up one of our issues, whether it be police brutality, the racial wealth gap, reparations, there's always some foreign coon trying to derail the argument. They'll say, "Oh, we can't focus on reparations. We gotta focus on LGBT. We gotta focus on immigration." See, they wanted us to focus on immigration before, when there was, Latinos, Asians. By the way, nobody really ever says anything about the 600,000 or so Canadian illegal immigrants who I've actually met in person, who just come here and then don't leave. But nobody really ever says anything to them. But when it was Latinos coming across the border, or better yet, I live in Miami, so Cubans, up until about 5-6 years ago, they had the wet foot, dry foot thing. Basically, if you made it from Cuba to the U.S., you automatically got to stay and get full benefits. Like, I mean, Cubans come here. I don't know if they're still doing it. They might be, but for a while they were coming here getting free medical care, unemployment. They have a community they're going to, plenty of scholarships, plenty of stuff that for them to help build their community in America. But most specifically, it was white Cubans, because I'm gonna keep it a buck. Since I've been in Miami, and I've been here for a good while now, 7, 8 years. I've only met one Black Cuban in my entire life. So you tell me. But back to what I was saying, it's just interesting because you got voices, you got Haitian voices who have been relatively quiet. Corinne Jean Pierre, she's in the White House. Angela Rye. And of course, Roland Martin, right? Like these up until, really Black Americans like, yo, that's messed up. They ain't been saying nothing, and they've been, a lot of times what I see, especially me being down here in Miami, is a big Haitian population, Bahamian, Jamaican, Trinidad, etc., 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 right? Black Americans don't get the same opportunities that these other groups get. We don't. So it's interesting because, we I think at a certain time, I think at a certain point, Black Americans, we got tired of it, and Yeah, there's still the chorus. There's still, the go along, get along. There's still the Maxine Waters talking, comparing it to slavery, which is not. Um, there's still, the CBC, who really should, instead of calling themselves the CBC, they should call themselves like the CBIC, which is Congressional Immigrant Black Caucus, because they don't do anything for Black Americans. Why aren't they going crazy about reparations every single day? That should be really, really, really the CBC. That should be the only thing that they're talking about every day. They should be on the same way Jews is like, nah, what you gonna do for Israel? What you gonna do for it all the time? You know what I mean? But they don't. So what Roland is saying is that, when he said the B1A DOS FBA, he's talking about Black Americans, okay? And he's saying, well, y'all made it seem like it was just a Latino immigrant issue. We said it's an immigration issue. It's an immigration issue. Whether the liberal media and the pundits and the want to believe it, illegal immigration negatively affects Black folks the most. 1000%. I see it for myself. I live in Miami. Okay, I see it. Now, when we say stuff like, hey, reparations or whatnot, we get so much pushback from these other groups of people. And what these other groups of people, these Black immigrants or descendant Black immigrants, whatever you want, whatever, African immigrants, what they don't realize is that by disenfranchising Black Americans, you're really disenfranchising yourself. Because in order for you to get here to the United States of America, laws had to be passed. And a lot of those laws, all those laws, were fought for by Black Americans. Civil Rights Act. Hello. Voting Rights Act. Immigration Act, 1965, when they basically opened the floodgates and said, hey, because before 1965, the only immigrants who were really allowed en masse were white from Europe. For the most part. Yeah, you had some little pockets, small pockets of Black immigrants allowed, maybe one from the whole country, but no, it was just white people, Irish, Italian, wherever. They were the only immigrants ever allowed into America. Black Americans, to our detriment, fought for a United States of America to be more inclusive. And look at how we've been rewarded. We haven't been. And I've heard it for myself. I've heard all these groups for myself talk so much shit about us. They call us lazy, they call us dumb, call us stupid niggas, and they'll tap dance their way right into those positions of what they think is power. It's like, no, you're being used to give the false making America look like it's this place that's all welcoming to all people, to all colors and stripes and all that good stuff. No, it's not. And it never has been. Not since the European got here, man. Since the European got here, it's been, if you ain't got the complexion for the protection, then this America is not for you unless you make it for you, which Black Americans have really worked hard to do. But every time we turn around, there's a new immigrant coon. You know what I'm saying? There's a Candace Owens. There's a Kamala Harris doing everything they can. Am I gonna do anything that helps Black people? No. All right. So we just tired. You know, I look. I don't speak for every Black American. You know what I'm saying, in America, but I do speak for myself, and I'm tired. I'm tired of the fake Pan Africanism. And here's what's really disappointing is Black Americans are the most culturally um African group, if you want to call it I don't like to say African group, but part of the African diaspora group who's the most welcoming of any group of Black people on the planet. I can't go to Ghana and start a business and then, go over to Ghana with all my degrees and, go into government and, you know what I'm saying, become president or have my kid become president or own a bunch of land. Because I would dominate Ghana if I went there right now. 1000%. I would dominate Ghana because I don't have the Ghanaian mentality, right? Same thing when they come over here. And they do well. A lot of Black immigrants do well because, one, they're not held back like we are, okay? But white America or America lets you in because they know you a motherfucking sellout coon most times. It's the truth, right? They know you not go because you go come with your degrees. You might come from a good family or not, but instead of doing what Malcolm X's family did, and becoming a Garveyite and teaching his son or Stokely Carmichael, I believe from Bahamas, or Shirley Chisholm or any of these people, man. You come here and you just like, nah, fuck them niggas. Yeah, nah, we ain't Black. Nah, we ain't like them. So all right, if y'all not like us, then as the brother Tariq says, you gotta hold your own nuts. Cause I'm not gonna lose sleep. I'm not gonna lose sleep over Haitians getting deported and whipped on horses. Because what they seen, that little taste of what y'all got, we've been going through that for centuries. I mean, it's really nothing. Like, okay, yeah, right, at least they kicked y'all out. They made us stay here in our own land. You know what I'm saying? You better do some research on the Geechee and the Pequot and the Black Cherokees. You better. It's the African slaves. We got here after, but we still been here for 400 or 500 years. But them Geechee been here for a long time, really long time, thousands of years. So they can't lie no more about how long Black folk been here. Black folk been here for so goddamn long that they done forgot we was here. You know why? It's because they killed over 108 million Native Americans. Most of them were Black. Oh, so yeah, man. You gotta hold your own nuts, Haitians, man. I got love for Haitian people, but you know you gotta hold your own nuts on this one. That brings me to my next topic. So if y'all can't see, this is the girl Brittany Renner. She's the new 15-minute dot girl. Whatever. I don't know. But I've been seeing a lot of content about this chick for the last few weeks. So I'm gonna give you the brief rundown because it's really not that important. But this is a hoe. This is a hoe right here. Apparently she, She slept with the I guess he's an NBA player, PJ Washington. Dude was dumb enough to go up in there and get her pregnant. Now she using that for a platform. I've seen a couple of videos of her doing interviews. She seems very off. She seems kind of like a predator. Um, but but I'm gonna take a different route than a lot of these guys. I see these guys in a manosphere like, oh, Brittany Renner, she must be stopped, blah blah. Bro, why? This is a thought. This is what they do. Like, this is a thought. These are thoughts. This is the okay. Let me break this shit down. Um, y'all need to let her keep talking. Because this is baby mama thottery, right? Y'all need to be thanking her. Don't hate her. Thank her. Why? Because what I've learned in my experience, with the opposite sex, with hoes, is if you let them talk enough, they gonna reveal who they are. They gonna reveal who they are, and a lot of us men who look at these women, we look at Brittany Renner, we still know what we know now about her. Most of you niggas still gonna go up in. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real because y'all want to find out, and of them dudes who still go in, y'all go nut inside. No condom. You gonna get her pregnant again. You know how I know this? Because Black China's still around, and Kim Kardashian is Kim Kardashian, even though she ain't what she used to be. She got married to Kanye. Now, the thing with Brittany Renner is, it's very unlikely that she's gonna get married, cause dudes ain't that dumb. And her problem is she talked too damn much. What type of woman goes on social media and brags about all the guys who nutted up in her, but none of them have proposed to marry her? Yeah, because why would you? This is thottery. This is the mind of a thought. That's why I'm like, you should be thanking her. But this is my point. See, the thing is, I don't care about hoe. I love hoe. You know what I'm saying? I have no kids. STD free, and I'm not married. I love hoe. So I look. Here's the thing. Here's my point. Cause I'm getting off topic. I'm getting too much into it. This is coonery. Okay? This Brittany Renner is a coon. Doesn't look like a coon. And I'm sure if you talk to her, she probably don't sound like a coon at first. But this is coonery. Why is this coonery? You're walking around showing the worst, absolute worst a black woman could be. I think she's black. And she's black enough. You're showing the absolute worst a black woman can be. You're showing a black woman that is a thot, has no respect for herself, brags about being a baby's mother, brags about preying on men, is a horrible example of a mother. Okay? And she does all this in front of the world on social media. When people think of the black woman, they're going to be thinking about women like Brittany Renner. it is what it is. Now, so many black women are going to emulate this woman right here. They're going to emulate her. See, and that's where the thottery comes in, because it spreads like a virus, right? It spreads, and you know it continues on generation after generation after generation. Right now, we're like in the third or fourth generation of this whole, you know, I'm a strong, independent black woman, whatever. Okay, fine, that's okay. Um, who want to do nothing more but just be a whole. Like that's all she is. So okay, she'll have her 15 minutes. You know, she might be able to get a reality TV show or short term rap career or whatever the hell. You know, all right, okay, well, that's all it's gonna lead to. You know, at least Kim K got the ring, met the president, and did whatever with him. Okay, you got Kanye, but hey, yeah, but that's why this is coonery, because when you're a cooning, like yo, often the female coonery doesn't get called out, and thought culture is female coonery. What do you call it when you always turn around, showing your ass, popping it, fiending over white dudes who don't really mess with y'all like that, but y'all have made yourselves into the concubines of the world. That's why these dudes is like, all right, yeah, they just want to knock it down just like us. But the only difference between, let's say, black guys and white guys when it comes to black women is black guys still have some, but it is fading, some sense of loyalty to black women because our sisters and our mothers are black. But man, look, I said it on this show. I said it on my platform that I would probably never. I probably said never not marry or be serious about a black woman. But honestly, man, like, look, the tides are shifting. The tides are shifting, and if Maylene got it popping, or Mariana or Mary got it popping, hey, I just want to have black kids. They gonna be black regardless of who I mess with. You know what I'm saying? So, right, probably not a Mary, but you never know. You never know. I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy with the women. You know what I'm saying? Behind me, whatever. I want to be happy. And if I can't find that happiness in the black community, whether it be black American or, I mean, honestly, at this point, Caribbean girls, they pretty much have been infected by black American female culture anyway. So you might as well throw them in there too. From what I've been told, it's affecting Africa as well because they watch YouTube, they watch Meg Thee Stallion and wherever the hell Cardi B is from, or whatever, whoever. They watch that and they that's affecting them too. But I mean, brothers, we got options, man. Brittany Renner is something that you knock it down and you keep it moving. I'm just gonna keep it a buck, man. Like that's not something that you get serious about. But again, I'm not mad at Brittany Renner. That's the life she wants to lead. Her kids go see this and 15, 20 years. Like, damn, your mom was like that. Yeah, that was your mom. Well, okay. Well, kids are already gonna come out screwed up. She'll probably say, well, I'm a good mother. Not doing this stuff. I don't care how young you are. But I mean that's just what it is. So we can't be mad at the thoughts. We can only just say like, hey, all right, okay, well, it's all coonery. But bringing it all together and back. The immigrant coons, you know, let's pull them up again. Let's pull them up again. The immigrant coons and Brittany Renners of the world have something in common. One, they're all whores, but it's all coonery. All of it. And black folks, we need to start recognizing this stuff and distancing ourselves from the type of behavior that they exhibit. The immigrant coons are sellouts. They are part of go along, get along gang. Don't let Roland Martin fool you. Okay? That's what he does at Boule crowd. Alright. See, you could be Boule and still be a real nigga. 100%. But that's not what they do. That's not what they do at all. The Angela Rise are always crying and all this. They use all the same talking points as, you know, the Democrat establishment, you know, the CNNs, all these. They all use the same talking points. Candace Owens is on the other side of that. I actually did a IG live about that some time ago. And what I wanted to point out was left-wing coonery versus right-wing coonery, right? It's all coonery. It's all tokenism. It's all, you know, whatever. Because it was about the whole Nicki Minaj, you know, COVID situation. Her and Joy-Ann Reid. They both on that same. Even though they got the little, you know, situation. Nicki Minaj is probably gonna use this to move more into the right wing of politics, and it don't matter. Like, it's all coonery. We shouldn't be listening to celebrities anyway, to be honest with you, because, you know, they do whatever to be seen. And politicians are celebrities, so it's all coonery. Showing your ass and showing horrible traits of black women is coonery. Talking bad about the people who could be, you know, fighting for you. You talk bad about them, or you try to derail their civil movements, social movements, like reparations, so you can keep your job. That's coonery. Okay, saying all the stuff that racist white people can't say, like Candace Owens does on a regular basis, and Larry Elder, Jesus Christ. That's all coonery. It's all coonery. And black Americans need to start saying, fuck that shit and fuck you. We ain't with it. Now, for the people, the black folks of the diaspora who ain't with it, shout out to Tony Delarmy. He one of the realest. Shout out to well, any other black folks who I didn't name who really is about it, but they ain't from here. Who got the spirit of Malcolm? Salute to them. You know what I'm saying? But fuck that shit. So, with that being said, this was another episode of Elevated. You know, it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. So, thanks, fam. Like, share, subscribe. Oh, also check out the interview I did, because I didn't even get to speak about it. The interview I did with Kevin Epps. He has the company Digital Brilliance Hour. He's teaching people how to code. He's teaching classes. He's giving people internships. Check him out online. Google him. He's doing a lot of good work. But yeah, that's it, engineering fam. Peace.